Let us take some time to reflect once more on God's will through the sermon titled, The Will of God. Let's read together Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth, and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire, and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Today, let us come to understand God's will clearly. Through this, if God's thoughts are higher, then we should follow God's higher thoughts. And if God's ways are broader, we should follow God's broader ways. In the past, when we went swimming with friends at a stream or at the seashore, even though a person's legs were actually straight when standing, they looked very bent. When we think, why does this kind of phenomenon occur? And look at it from a physical or scientific perspective, we are not able to see what is straight, but see it as bent, and see what is bent as straight. We end up coming to such a standpoint. Why is that? It's because when you put something straight into the water, it appears bent. This is why God said in John chapter 14, I am. What is He? The way. What is next? And the truth. So from our human perspective, it may seem like it is not true, and it may seem bent. But God has always recorded only the truth in the 66 books of the Bible. He did not record anything that was untrue. Everything written is truthful and genuine. As we walk the path of the gospel, if we try to align our thoughts with God's thoughts, while adding fleshly thoughts plus spiritual thoughts, then what is straight will never appear straight to us. It is like something straight appearing bent when seen through both air and water at the same time. When fleshly thinking and spiritual thinking are combined, what is true can never be seen as true. God said, the mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. When thoughts that lead to death and thoughts that lead to eternal life overlap, they create a kind of distortion. Only when we remove all fleshly thoughts and only have spiritual thoughts can we fully discover God's will. Rather than trying to get ahead of God's will with our own perspective, judgment, and discernment, following only the path God has set for us is the complete way to live according to God's will.